3, the NFL on CBS. We join you here in New England, the Patriots and the Miami Dolphins from Gillette Stadium. And today's game is brought to you in high definition by Sony. High definition, it's in our DNA. We'll have the opening kick. Patriots and Dolphins coming up on CBS.
Presenting Subway quarterback Matt welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tony Sperano, man with New England roots. Originally from West Haven, Connecticut, starting center at the University of New Haven, former head coach there as well. And Bill Belichick, now in his 9th year as the head coach of the New England Patriots. We asked him about the changes now that Castle's in there for Brady. He says, look, we change every week depending upon who we play, not based on the quarterback that we use. Well, Miami has won the toss. They've elected to defer. So, Dan Carpenter, the rookie out of Montana, will kick it off to Ellis Hobbs, the deep man for New England, and Hobbs will return it from the 1. We're underway here in Foxborough. Hobbs down the sideline, breaking a tackle, still on his feet as he spins his way into Miami territory for a 50-yard return right out of the gate.
This is something that, if you're the Dolphins, you don't want to give Matt Castle in this offense this kind of field position.
Well, Matt Castle knows what Joey Porter said during the week, that they're going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, at the young quarterback stepping in for the injured Tom Brady. Castle said, look, everybody knows it's what you do on the field and not what you say off it.
I tell you, he was very poised and very calm and really just turning a deaf ear to the comments made by Joey Porter.
A 3-receiver set to open up. And Castle to throw on first down. Guns it on an out route. Gaffney hauls it in for a 6-yard gain. Now let's take a look at the New England Patriots starting offense across that line. You've got 3 Pro Bowlers, including a nice success story out of the practice squad, Billy Yates, formerly with the Miami Dolphins, in fact. Backs and receivers, Sammy Morris ended up getting the nod for the injured Lawrence Maroney. We'll see Falk. We may see Lamont Jordan. Welker had a big day last week. Randy Moss did not. Moss was held to just 2 catches for 22 yards, his lowest as a Patriot last week. On a give, it's Morris with a stutter step and not much there. Gain of maybe a half a yard, depending on the spot. Aiken Adell making that stop. In the 3-4 set for Miami, got off to a nightmarish start last week in the lopsided 31-10 loss in Arizona. Up front, the former Cowboy, Ferguson. There's Joey Porter. Had some things to say this week, and most of the Patriots just laughed it off. And in that secondary, a change. Ronaldo Hill, the last start he made was against the New England Patriots 11 months ago. Torn ACL in his right knee in that game. Castle throwing on 3rd and 4, and Randy Starks there to make the play defensively, so New England has nothing to show for the excellent field position after the long kick return from Hobbs.
And it's clear that the Dolphins are factoring that Bill Belichick, Matt Castle are designing the shorter throws, balls coming out quick out of the hands of the quarterback. So defensive linemen, it's hard to get pressure on the quarterback on short throws, but you can get your hand up and bat the ball down.
Chris Hansen will punt it, the veteran, and the rookie out of Hawaii, Devon Bess, is the deep man. Sperano's been really impressed with Bess. Undrafted free agent, and a fair catch called for at the 15 after the 28-yard punt. Well, Chad Pennington, he's had a number of experiences against the New England Patriots, of course, going back to his Jet days. He's 2-1 in New England as a starting quarterback. Actually lost a playoff game here at Foxborough on January 1st, 2007. Threw for 300 yards that day and a touchdown. The numbers, though, have been pedestrian for the first 2 weeks so far for Pennington.
Well, the Dolphins want to get off to a fast start. Chad Pennington said, hey, it's the front 3 on that defensive line for the Patriots. We have to control them if we're going to control the line of scrimmage.
On first down, first play from scrimmage for Miami from the 15. Ronnie Brown getting the start. And Pennington to throw on first down. And a short gainer out across the 20-yard line to Greg Camarillo in his third year from Stanford. It'll go down as a 6-yard gain. This offensive line has been completely retooled, including the number 1 pick overall in the NFL draft, Jake Long, on that left side. Backs and receivers, and Pennington has not gotten a whole lot of help from those wideouts. Fasano, the tight end, actually had a big week 1 in the loss to the New York Jets and then was shut out in the loss in Arizona last week. A double tight end set with Fasano and Martin on a 2nd and 4. Pennington on the give. Brown looking for a hole and driving forward as he gains 2 yards. Gerard Mayo, very talented rookie out of Tennessee, was among those there to greet him. Let's take a look at this defensive front. Richard Seymour is back to his Pro Bowl form and healthy again. That's been a big key to this great start that the Patriots have had defensively. They've given up only 20 points so far through 2 games. Linebackers, Mayo is the youth injected with the veteran experience. And in the secondary, Bill Belichick always has a way to grab players from other teams, and they all of a sudden have a career rebound. And right now, Deltha O'Neal is going through that, the former Bengal and the former Bronco. Here's Pennington throwing and knocked down. Richard Seymour there defensively, and Miami goes 3 and out.
Oh, this is a defense when you talk about the front 3. Watch the push in the face of Chad Pennington. And see, he's just able to get his hand up. You already know on a short 3-step drop by Chad Pennington, Richard Seymour smart enough to know, I can't get pressure, but if I get my hand up, I may be able to knock down the ball and force an incompleted pass.
Brandon Fields to punt it. From the 23, Kevin Falk. Falk can hurt you in so many different ways, as we saw last week. The 19-10 victory over the Jets. It's a 55-yard punt, 15-yard return. Reggie Torbor making it down the field on special teams. We're scoreless in Foxborough. Well, last year the New England Patriots scored an NFL record 589 points. They averaged just under 37 points per game. We're going to get into what changes we expect to see now from New England without Tom Brady in the lineup. Here's Castle throwing, moving pocket. On first down, he gets Randy Moss involved with a short hop of 5 yards. That's not realistic, and they know that 2007 is now a distant memory.
Well, you got to give it to the head coach, Bill Belichick. They can morph this offense into one that's going to get shorter throws, like what you see on the outcut to Randy Moss. Getting the ball to him early in this game is very important, but they can rely on the running game. They can rely on a veteran defense and play a different brand of football than the team that we saw in 2007 and still win a lot of ball games. That's not easily done, and not every team can do it. The Patriots can.
Castle operating out of the shotgun on a 2nd and 4. Another quick throw on the turn by Moss, and he's got a first down at midfield. So a conscious effort to get Randy Moss more involved. Only 2 catches last week, only 3 balls thrown his way last week.
And we asked Matt Castle yesterday, we said, what do you got to do to get Randy Moss the football? He said, hey, it's not my job to figure out how to get Randy Moss the football. It's the coach's job to figure out how I can get it to him. And early on, Josh McDaniels coming out and saying, hey, let's run the quick, short out routes and get the ball in the hands of Randy Moss.
So a new set of downs for New England to work with and some movement. Bill Carollo, our referee here today at Gillette Stadium. Patriots have committed only 5 penalties through the first 2 games. And here's the veteran ref.
Neutral zone infraction on the defense, number 55. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Well, that's Joey Porter with the neutral zone infraction.
You can see Porter at the top of your screen there. Actually, you also get one of the other linemen who also jumped.
Yeah, it was Kendall Langford.
Yeah. But what Coach Sperano told us, we are not good enough to make critical errors early in the game and fall behind on the scoreboard.
So line of scrimmage, now the 44, and flags come again. Matt Light on the left side.
False start, 72, offense, 5-yard penalty, First down.
That's the two-time Pro Bowler.
Joey Porter lined up to that side. You know he's talking. He's trying to get into the head.
Really?
Yeah, oh,
You think Joey's talking?
Absolutely. If he was paid by the word, he'd be a very wealthy man. And that's when we talked to the players. We talked to Rodney Harrison about it. He said, hey, that's just Joey being Joey.
He actually is pretty wealthy. Joe signed a $30 million deal, so it works. Through a hole, Morris busting through. Out across the 35, Billy Yates with a key block along with Light. That's a 17-yard rip for Morris, the former Dolphin.
Well, they get an excellent block. Here's Joey Porter. Watch this block by Thomas on Joey Porter. Now, he's going to bust it off that left side, but this is a block. Look, turns him out. He's not able to even get off the block. You get him to the second level. Lamont Jordan, who didn't practice all week with a foot injury, comes out and give this offense a spark running the football for the Patriots.
On first down, Castle throwing, makes the connection to Welker, and dives forward for extra yardage across the 20. It's a 13-yard gain. Channing Crowder makes that play defensively.
The numbers for Wes Welker as well as Kevin Falk, you expect to go north with Matt Castle at quarterback. Matt Castle will be well served to find Wes Welker when it's time to throw the football. Not only can he make the catches, but can usually make that first defender miss and knows where that first down marker is at all times.
So the Patriots in business now in the red zone from the 19. Castle, quick throw to the sideline. Benjamin Watson finally seeing some action here in 2008. Missed the first 2 games with a knee injury. That's another weapon at Castle's disposal. 6-yard gain. Sure-handed tight end, suffered with an ankle injury back in 2007, but he can really stretch the defense.
And everyone pretty much just kind of wrote the Patriots off after Tom Brady went down. As long as they have that coach, Bill Belichick, and really this offense, the complement of weapons they have around Matt Castle, you see this offense is clicking early in the first quarter.
Give it to Morris once again. And Morris gaining extra yardage. Good second effort on the 3-yard gain for Morris. 9-year veteran out of Texas Tech. He's a guy that runs downhill. Shoulder injury in 2007 himself, but he's been a trusted veteran with Buffalo and with Miami.
Yeah, you know, he's a former Miami Dolphin. So is Wes Welker. All of a sudden, players are just average on other teams. They come to the Patriots, become more productive. They buy in the total team concept, embrace their role, and they're very productive.
2 eligible offensive linemen for the Patriots. Doesn't matter. Running the football once again with Morris. They've got another first down, and it's 1st and goal for New England. They're knocking on the door with just under 8 minutes to go in this first quarter.
And this is where I think if you're the Miami Dolphins, your defense has to improve. And where do you have to prove? Inside the red area. This is where the Patriots have struggled. Last week, 5 opportunities inside the red zone did not result into touchdowns. They spent all week working on this area of the football field inside the 20-yard line.
8th play of the drive for the Pats. Play fake. Castle thrown down.
Guess who?
Oh, Joey Porter getting the pressure.
You think he's going to let you know it?
Was that the kitchen sink?
That was the kitchen sink. And he comes off the corner, off the top end, matched up against Matt Light. See, there he is. He's going to come here, and that's where the pressure comes from the blind side. And Porter never filled him. As he's able to beat the tight end coming off the corner, Benjamin Watson is matched up against Joey Porter in single blocking assignment and cannot keep Porter from getting to the quarterback.
So back it up to the 12-yard line on a 2nd and goal. Castle pump fake. Castle breaking free, but it was whistle dead. Fans react. This play was whistle dead. Philip Merling had him. And now Channing Crowder is telling him, hey, get back.
Now, I know you may be upset. You say
Rolling on the field. The quarterback was in grasp. The whistle was blown. 3rd down.
Let's listen to the whistle. You don't want your quarterback hurt. You may have to live with this one. Whistle blown. And that's just an extra precautionary measure by officials to try to protect quarterbacks. Don't want to have to take them down to the ground where you've seen defensive linemen slam the quarterback down and they end up with an injury. And fans everywhere want the officials, hey, to do more to protect the quarterbacks. I think that play is a result of the measure of officials trying to do just that.
Well, it's been a fairly rough week for NFL officials, one in particular, as we know. They've been under the gun following the Denver-San Diego game from 1 week ago.
Did he look like he was in the grasp to you? I thought so.
Yeah, Philip Merling had him as Castle was able to break free. Sets up the 10th play of the drive. Castle throwing and picked off. He's intercepted by Randy Starks. What a turn here. The Patriots cough it up.
It's the first interception of the season by the Miami Dolphins. They try to run that middle inside screen play. Watch Falk check down to the middle. It's an inside screen play, and watching Merlin just reads it and is able to come back and make the play as Randy Starks. Excellent read, excellent play.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. Verizon Wireless. And by Ford. Drive one.
The Miami Dolphins have dropped 20 of their last 21 games, but off the turnover, they've got a 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Pennington straight back, rush is coming. Pennington throws too high for Greg Camarillo. It's incomplete.
You know, when we talked to Chad Pennington yesterday, I asked him which one of these receivers that you feel like you've been able to develop some kind of chemistry and continuity with. And kind of had to think about it a little while. He did mention Ted Ginn, that they would try to take some shots down the field. But he mentioned Camarillo and Devin Best as the guys he felt could get open the best. But I got the sense that he was still searching for that go-to guy out on the perimeter amongst this wide receiving core.
Well, he said it's been a whirlwind month for him, learning the offense script by script, practice by practice. And a handoff up the gut. Ronnie Brown getting the call for a 4-yard gain.
Huge 3rd down play, I believe, coming up for the Miami Dolphins. Now, you get the turnover, you get the interception off Matt Castle as you see they're going over that inside screen play. You don't have to turn that interception into points, but I do believe you got to be able to convert, get some 1st downs here, give your defense a rest. The more you go 3 and out, I think the more you put your defense at risk to wear down over the course of a 4-quarter football game.
On a 3rd and 6 from the Miami 30. Brown, the motion man. Pennington. Quick toss over the middle, and Fasano turns it into a big gainer into New England territory.
Boy, you see why Bill Parcells and Coach Tony Sperano loves Fasano. He catches this one right over the middle. Easy throw here for Pennington. Now watch how he punishes the would-be tackler, Brandon Merriweather. Boy, he was looking to lay a lick on the tackler.
Speeding things up as they come right to the line of scrimmage after the 24-yard pass play. Still have not gone for a 25-yard play as that streak continues for Miami's offense. Out of the gun. Flags are down. Pennington will throw it. Catch is made and a fumble. So as the ball popped loose,
Dolphins made the recovery.
Ted Ginn hauled it in but then lost the football.
I think it's going to be a free play for the Dolphins.
Was Mike Vrabel offsides will be the question. 4:41 to go here in this 1st quarter. So the penalty will work against New England. And Bill Carollo finding out what Miami wants
Offside,
to do.
number 50 on the defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a 1st down. We had a fumble forward that went out of bounds. By rule, we'll bring it back to the spot of the fumble. It'll still be a 1st down.
So it'll go down as a 14-yard pass play to Ginn.
You see the offsides and the movement by Vrabel. That means it's a free play. No matter if it's a fumble and the Patriots recover, the ball would still go back to the Dolphins. But it was a positive play, and right now the positive movement on offense for Miami.
Line of scrimmage is the New England 32. Pennington out of the gun, handoff to Brown, bouncing it to the outside, curls it back inside, and Ty Warren among those there to greet him. It's a 5-yard gain for Brown.
On the pass play to Ted Ginn, let's see what happens on this play. Tries to make a move, did fumble, and you can see that ball out of bounds by the time it is recovered.
But Miami finding a rhythm here on offense after the Castle interception. Castle thought he had a touchdown, breaking free of a would-be sack. But he was in the grasp, and the very next play got picked off by Starks, his first NFL interception, the lineman. Fake the pitch, Pennington on a pump, steps and throws, wide open over the middle, Fasano. And he's got a first down. First and goal for the Dolphins. They've got a chance to get on the board first here as time is winding down in the first quarter.
Fasano on the right side, matched up out in space against Adalius Thomas. He beats him coming over the middle. As you see, 96 Thomas in chase. Fasano right now appears to be the guy making plays for Chad Pennington. I think when in doubt, you go to your tight ends. If you can make the easy throws over the middle of the field, I think it'll open up things on the outside for Pennington and his wide receivers.
Double tight end set. Miami looking to get on the board. It's Brown. And not much there. All the white jerseys surround Ronnie Brown. Maybe a gain of 1.5. It'll be second and goal now for the Dolphins.
Very important drive, I think, just psychologically for the momentum in this game for Tony Sperano and the Miami Dolphins. So far in their first 2 games this year against the Jets, last week against Arizona, they've fallen behind big time in the first quarter. You can see so far this year down inside the red zone, mixed results, 50% on 6 red zone possessions.
Ricky Williams is in. He sets up as a slot receiver. 8th play of the drive. Now Williams will shift.
Look at that.
Ronnie Brown untouched for the touchdown.
This is reminiscent of what you saw from Darren McFadden and the Arkansas Razorbacks over the last few years. That spread formation where you snap it to the running back. They fake the reverse with Ricky Williams coming around in. Ronnie Brown just buries his head for Coach Tony Sperano. Watch the fake reverse, and then he leads it right behind the pulling guard, Justin Smiley, number 65. He walks in for a touchdown. Wonderfully designed play by Coach Tony Sperano in this offense.
8 plays, 74 yards. It is quiet here in Massachusetts. 7-0 Dolphins, 2:29 to go in the first. Remember, the Dolphins got outgained in total yards last week, 445 to 236. It was an annihilation. Good start here.
Welcome back to Gillette Stadium. I'm going to show you Chad Pennington lined up right here. It's a fake reverse play to Ricky Williams coming around, and these defenders out here are going to chase him. Easy lane opens up for Ronnie Brown on the touchdown play. They pull the backside guard, Justin Smiley, fake the reverse. Look at that huge hole open up. Normally, the Patriots defense are alert and aware for a veteran group. They didn't see what hit them. Ronnie Brown, easy touchdown run. I'd say the Dolphins caught the Patriots slipping on that.
First points the Patriots have allowed in the first quarter so far this season. Brown with a touchdown. And off the kick, Ellis Hobbs. And a scrum for it. Miami thought there might have been a loose football in there. No indication. 25-yard line will be the line of scrimmage for New England. Now trailing 7-0. Chad Pennington on that drive. 3 of 4, 61 yards. Matt Castle and the Patriots get their shot when we come back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the strikingly original Flex from Ford. Drive one. And by Bud Light Lime, the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor.
New England Patriots had not allowed a rushing touchdown in their last 6 games. That streak comes to an end. There are a lot of streaks in this game on both sides for the Pats and for the Miami Dolphins. The MetLife Blimp, Snoopy 1, providing today's aerial coverage. Look for the MetLife Blimps as they team up with CBS for more coverage this fall. Dolphins suffering through an 11-game road losing streak. We know about the Pats. They've won an NFL record 21 consecutive regular season games. Their last loss in the regular season came against the Dolphins December the 10th, 2006.
Yeah, you remember that magical season last year, 16-0. In the regular season last year, you talked to Bill Belichick. He says, hey, we're not counting 22 in a row. He said, all we're talking is our 3rd win of this year.
Castle on a handoff. And Sammy Morris caught by Jeremiah Bell. There was a change in the secondary for Miami this week, with Ronaldo Hill getting the nod over Chris Crocker. And look, Sperano's looking for a playmaker on that back line right now.
Yeah, he said it's all about communication. There was miscommunication. Chris Crocker didn't cover over the top in double coverage on a pass play to Anquan Bowden. Now they bring in Ronaldo Hill. He is the lone communicator in that secondary for the Miami Dolphins today.
And New England will use a timeout with 1:47 to go
New England.
in this opening quarter. Miami's got the surprising 7-0 lead over the Pats.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Well, we know Bill Belichick will always have a gritty defensive unit, a team that will fight and claw. Offensively, there's still some questions surrounding this team without Tom Brady. Matt Castle last week played well, performed well in his first NFL start, 16 of 23, 165 yards, no mistakes. Throw over the middle, he's got Wes Welker in a matchup with Jeremiah Bell, and a 5-yard gain for New England. Others have stepped forward and have gotten the job done. Matt Castle has been watching from the sidelines for quite some time.
He's been a backup to stars like Carson Palmer, who won a Heisman Trophy. Also to Matt Leinart, won the Heisman in 2004. And then you come to here to back up Tom Brady, an NFL MVP and perennial Super Bowl winner.
Oh, some trickery of their own. Here's Welker on the reverse. He's got a running lane. Wes Welker just short of midfield. Dan Copen with a block. It's a 19-yard gain, the former Miami Dolphin. Great burst as we head to New York and get an update with JB.
Hey, Ian and Solomon, take a look here. Brian Greasy trying to do the job here out of the shotgun, hooking up with a 4-yard strike to Ike Hilliard. That caps an 8-play, 81-yard drive, and it's Tampa on top by 1-7-6. Back to Ian and Solomon.
And JB, Brian Greasy was with those same Chicago Bears last year. I think a better fit in this West Coast system with John Gruden.
On a handoff for Morris, trying to wrestle his way out. Cannot. A 1-yard gain. Matt Roth making the transition to outside linebacker. We sat down with Roth yesterday. He said, look, hey, I'm up for it. I'm up for anything. Anything that's going to keep me in the line. I know Bill Parcells likes big guys up front. I'm there for him. Little floater by Castle. He was looking for Gaffney, and it's incomplete with 6 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
Well, he was looking for Gaffney. Gaffney wasn't looking for Castle, and he certainly wasn't looking for the football as he was coming across the formation. You know, wide receivers, when they come that close across the formation, they kind of expect to get hit. But there you see Castle's looking for him. He's ducking from the football. He wasn't preparing himself to make the catch.
Should be the final play of this first quarter with the Dolphins in front, 7-0 on a 3rd and 9 for Castle. Looks and throws, incomplete. He was looking for Randy Moss, but there's a penalty flag back at the 27-yard line of Miami. Bill Carolla.
Illegal contact, number 37, defense. Prior to the pass, will be a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
The veteran safety, Jeremiah Bell, who was out last year on injured reserve with a ruptured Achilles.
Well, he was being physical. Wes Welker was crossing the formation. He was trying to reroute the receiver, and when he hit him, he laid Wes Welker out. Just so happened he hit him after he was 5 yards down the field.
So they line it up now at the 45 of the Dolphins. 2 seconds remain here in the first. Morris tripped up and then driven backwards as Aiken Adell got him down low, and that's how this first quarter will end. The Miami Dolphins on the road, and they've got a lead against the New England Patriots, 7-0. We'll have second quarter action coming up. Week 3, it's the NFL on CBS. $153rd straight home sellout for the New England Patriots as we start play here in the second quarter. Dolphins with a 7-0 lead. Ian Eagle, Solomon Wilcots, the rest of our CBS crew, producer Bob Dekas, director Andy Goldberg. Miami Dolphins showing some signs of life in that first quarter. They are 0-2 for the fourth time in the last 5 years. Trying to lay a foundation. They cleaned house during the offseason. Here's Castle. First play of the second quarter. Sammy Morris met one-on-one by Aiken Adele. And the linebacker wins that matchup, the former Dallas Cowboy.
Really good open field tackling by Aiken Adele. You know, normally you see Kevin Falk in those situations, catching the ball out in space against linebackers, where he's really adept, I think, to making the defender miss in the open field. You can see Sammy Morris, hard time trying to shake Aiken Odell. Good job by this defense so far. Already a couple of sacks on Matt Castle, doing an excellent job of preventing the big plays.
8th play of the drive, 4 receivers set, 3rd and long. Catch made by Welker, turns and gets bumped. He will not have enough for the first down.
Wes Welker will test your ability to tackle in the open field as well. It took 3 defenders to get him down on the ground and keep him short of that first down marker. The Castle, he's going to look for Wes Welker on 3rd down. He and Falk is the guys you want to go to, and you can see the 3 defenders all laying a lick on Wes Welker. Jeremiah Bell also there on the play.
Yeah, Bell was the one who spun him around like a top. They're in no man's land here, so they're going to go for it on 4th and 2 from the 37. Out of the gun, Castle, quick strike to Gaffney, and a first down. They'll move the chains to the 25. Andre Goodman in coverage, and a 12-yard hookup.
Bill Belichick, he's been known to do it on 4th down. He doesn't want to bring out the punt team in this area of the field. You know, we talk to the players, they'll tell you about situational football. And in this area of the field, he already tells his team, don't even come off the field. It's 4th down. We're going to go for it, and you can tell they were very prepared on the play.
Lamont Jordan now in the game on 1st down. On the quick toss, Welker is caught behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
Read perfectly by Will Allen, the veteran corner. It's a loss of 2.
Everyone is high on Will Allen. The Dolphins absolutely love him and his ability to make plays. Even Bill Belichick said that Will Allen is one of the finest cornerbacks they'll play all season long. You come up and make that kind of tackle in the open field, and that wide receiver screen to Wes Welker has hurt so many football teams, and Will Allen played it about as good as anyone I've seen.
Now, former first-round pick of the Giants back in 2001. He's always been a scrappy corner. Castle throwing on the sideline route, Randy Moss. So Moss already has more catches today than he had all of last week. That covers 6 yards, but they've been modest games. They've not looked for the home run ball yet. 3 catches for 18 yards, averaging 6 yards a reception so far for Moss.
Everyone has been playing Randy Moss in double coverage with safety help over the top. Ronaldo Hill has been some 20 yards down the field playing over the top of the corner to Randy Moss's side.
12th play of the drive on a 3rd and 6. Shotgun, Castle, protection holds up, throwing, complete. So he finds Kevin Falk, but not enough for a first down. Jeremiah Bell has been flying all over the field in this first half.
Jeremiah Bell is an excellent football player. He can make plays his 5th year out of Eastern Kentucky. The way he closes on this ball, and I think that's how you have to play Kevin Falk and Wes Welker. If you're going to be a defender, you've got to close the gap and eliminate the amount of space between you and Wes Welker and Falk from the time they catch the football.
The very accurate Stephen Gostkowski from 37 yards away. And he connects. Patriots are on the board. It's 7-3 Dolphins. 11:31 to go in this first half. They're asking Castle to just manage the offense. Right now they're down on the scoreboard. Gostkowski to kick it off after the 13-play, 56-yard drive. Castle 12 of 15 overall, but only 69 yards through the air. Right now the plan has been, Solomon, just dink it and dunk it.
Yeah, that's right, and you got to expect that your offensive playmakers, Wes Welker, Kevin Falk, can shake a defender, break tackles, and then make plays after the catch.
Shorter kick from Gostkowski, and now Bess, a returnable kick. Oh, he got smacked as he crossed the 20-yard line. An 18-yard return. James Sanders, first man down there to make the play. That's pretty amazing what the Kraft family and the Patriots have done here in Foxborough, including The CBS scene just behind the north portion of the end zone, restaurant and bar, and yesterday the Patriots re-inducted their previous 12 members into their new Hall of Fame. They also inducted Ben Coates as the 13th member of their Hall of Fame, all wearing the red Blazers proud. You and I had a chance to walk through the hall yesterday. Mr. Kraft is hosting all of the Hall of Famers in his box here today. Just an incredible piece of history.
None finer than the way Mr. Kraft runs this football team.
Pennington hooks up with Camarillo on a long ball across midfield, and that one goes for 33 yards. They finally have cracked that 25-yard streak as we get an update. And JB.
Ian, New York's Brandon Jacobs, the Bull, 4 carries, 16 yards on this drive, including that 1-yard leap after spotting Cincy a 3-0 lead. It's the Giants on top, 7-3 in the second. Back to Ian Eagle and Solomon Wilcox.
Now that running game has just been menacing so far in the young season for the Big Blue.
Earth, wind, and fire. How can you stop it?
They're making sweet music right now. Ricky Williams trying to break free. It's a 2-yard gain for Williams, and the plan coming in, Ronnie Brown getting the start. That doesn't mean Ricky Williams would not be part of the mix. We talked to him yesterday. He said he's weighing in 227 pounds. Last year he came back at about 231, so each week he's getting a little bit stronger. The timing is still coming back.
They missed the 2006 season, played only 1 game last year, so yeah, he said it's coming back slowly, but he said he's enjoying playing the game right now, and I got to tell you, I found it just a wonderful time, a wonderful visit, spending time with Ricky Williams yesterday.
Double tight end set. They're in New England territory. Pennington floats one over the middle. It's complete to Martin. Chad Pennington has been sharp so far. Over 100 yards throwing the football. That covers 21 yards on the completion to his other tight end.
Watch the running backs. They'll run just short. Ricky Williams runs a short route in front of the linebackers, and they all bid on it. That allowed Martin to get behind that linebacking core, and the accuracy of Chad Pennington right now is really working for the Miami Dolphins.
And the flow offensively has been there as well. No huddle. They go right to the line of scrimmage, and Pennington out of the shotgun. New England's going to take a timeout. So as the Dolphins continue to find rhythm on offense, Bill Belichick wants to talk it over.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by KFC's new original recipe strips. Life tastes better with KFC. TD Ameritrade, the independent spirit. And by Cadillac, introducing the 2009 Cadillac Escalade Hybrid.
Back in Foxborough, I want to thank the MetLife Blimp for providing aerial coverage of all the drama below. Look for the MetLife Blimp. Snoopy 1, 2, and 3 when they pass through a town near you. Miami's got a 7-3 lead, and they've got something going on offense. Last drive, Pennington to Fasano was the big connection.
I thought it was. I thought Pennington found the right guys, and then this is wonderful play on the run by Ronnie Brown. Fake reverse to Ricky Williams, caught the defense for the Patriots off balance, punching it inside the red zone. Now Tony Sparano's group on the move again. Another score here. I think you put the pressure not just on the Patriots, but you put more pressure on the young quarterback Matt Castle to have to do more than manage the offense. Now he has to go out and make plays.
Pennington is averaging over 20 yards per completion so far. He's 6 of 8, 121 yards, and it's a first down at the New England 23. The throw to Ted Ginn, asking him to create after the catch, and not a whole lot there. Ellis Hobbs was on the spot. It's a 4.5 yard gain for Miami.
Ellis Hobbs, good tackler in the open field. Not a real big corner, but very strong lower body, can get you on the ground, made that tackle. Not a lot of people can pin in Ted Ginn in the open field.
Is Hobbs a number 1 corner in your mind?
I think he's becoming that. I don't think he's there yet, but he's working his way in that direction.
Second catch for Ginn. They're trying to get him more involved. It's been a quiet start to the season. Underneath, Bess. And zigzag his way toward the sideline. Cut down low by Brandon Merriweather, second year out of Miami. It's a 4-yard gain for Bess, the rookie out of Hawaii, school record holder for catches.
And on 2 consecutive plays, just quick throws to the wide receiver on the perimeter, trying to get some production. out of these guys, but they're able to get close enough to that first down marker, creating a 3rd and 2. Now you have to see what they pull out of their hat. Is this where you throw the ball, or do you try to trust in your offensive line and run the football?
Fans react here in Foxborough from the 15. Handoff, it's Ronnie Brown. Pummeling through. He's got a touchdown. Oh, Ronnie Brown. What an impressive run. 15-yard rip. And Miami adds to its lead.
It's to the left side. Justin Smiley, Jake Long, the rookie, over on the left side. Watch the guard here, and watch how they just get movement. David Martin does a really good job, and once he gets to the second level, they pin and cut off the linebacker, Gerard Mayo. Once they get it over to the left side, he gets to the second level, and he doesn't get touched till he's running over Ellis Hobb in the end zone.
Dan Carpenter on for the extra point. What is developing here at Gillette Stadium? 14-3, Dolphins in front of the Patriots on CBS. It's a 6-play, 79-yard drive for the Miami Dolphins, culminating in Ronnie Brown's 2nd touchdown run of the day. 14-3. Dolphins lead it. Carpenter on the kickoff. And here is Hobbs from the 4. Ellis Hobbs trying to shoot the gap as he crosses the 30-yard line. And some pushing and shoving afterwards. Reggie Torbor with another special teams tackle. Well, 21 straight regular season wins for the New England Patriots. Last regular season loss, Week 14 of 2006. The Miami Dolphins with a win. Not many of the same faces there.
No, and you know what? The Patriots have won 21 straight games since then. Well, in the last 21 games since then for Miami, they've won only once. And today, they're knocking on the door.
First down for New England. Get back to the ground game. And long strides for Lamont Jordan. Cutting through the crease for a 7-yard gain. Coming up, Sprint Halftime Report. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cower have the latest NFL scores and highlights. It's coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report. So we didn't know if Lamont Jordan was going to be able to go today because of that foot injury. Jordan, last week against the Jets in the second half alone, 11 carries, 62 yards, helped seal the win. And Jordan trying to turn that corner. The Dolphins converged, including Matt Roth.
Yeah, 98 Matt Roth was a former defensive end, and his defense, now with Tony Sperano coming over as the head coach, they moving to outside linebacker. He was an undersized defensive end, but perfect size as a linebacker. A big guy who can set the edge, don't allow the ball to bounce outside. Now you can see how both quarterbacks are playing. High completion percentage for both guys, but Matt Castle, you know, his guys aren't making plays after they make those catches.
Trying to convert on a 3rd and short with under 7 minutes to go now in this first half. Castle. It's complete and a first down. Sam Aiken, the former Buffalo Bill, signed as a free agent, met by Michael Lehan defensively. 9-yard gain and a new set of downs for New England to work with.
Boy, don't you love the way the ball comes out of the hand of Matt Castle? You can see the talent, and you can also see the accuracy. The way he puts the ball in perfect placement for Sam Aiken to not only make the catch, but make yards after the catch. He doesn't have to wait on the ball, doesn't have to make adjustments, but making the catch in a position where he can turn and run and pick up the first down.
They're in Miami territory at the 49. Fake the handoff. Castle looking over the middle and caught. Wes Welker's got it. Should have been picked off by Ronaldo Hill.
Wow. Now, this is why the Patriots are so good. Because if you don't make them pay when they make mistakes, then they're going to get you. And it all happens on one play. And look, Ronaldo Hill jumps the crossing route by Wes Welker, but he can't make the catch. Wes Welker stays with it. He stays with it and still is able to make the catch. And so Ronaldo Hill's loss is a wonderful treasure for Matt Castle and Wes Welker.
8 straight completions for Castle, but that one, luck was on his side. That was not a strong throw by Castle. 2-yard gain, Jordan met by Hill. Ronaldo Hill had an interception on his fingertips. Miami with a 14-3 lead with the ball could have basically used the clock for the rest of this half and gone into the locker room feeling good about themselves. Instead, this drive continues for New England.
And the Patriots usually make you pay when you make those kind of mistakes. See if they can come away with some points off the mistake of Ronaldo here.
On a 2nd and 8, Jordan stays in there. Castle knocked down. Good penetration. Kendall Langford, the rookie out of Hampton, has been impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Sacks in each of his first 2 games as an NFL player. Very quick, small school product, 3rd-round draft pick from Petersburg, Virginia.
But you can see this defensive line for Miami. I think they're doing a good job of getting a push in the face of Matt Castle, where they've already come away with 2 sacks and at other times been able to tip the ball at the line of scrimmage.
See if the Dolphins defense can come through here on a 3rd and 8 from the 26. Castle throwing. And incomplete. Fired it in for David Thomas. And backside help, Will Allen and Chris Crocker there defensively.
Watch Chris Crocker. He's got a bead on this one. He's coming up to deliver a real good hit as the ball arrives to Dave Thomas. So right now the secondary playing far much better, showing improvement than they have shown over the previous 2 weeks.
44-yard attempt for Gostowski. Hansen will hold it. Lonnie Paxton the snapper. Gostowski. It will curl through. And it's 14-6 with 4:54 to play in this first half. Well, Patriots very fortunate that they didn't turn it over. They do have 3 points to show for the drive, but they're still down on the board.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. And by FedEx, your ultimate NFL air and ground player.
About 25 miles southwest of Boston here in Foxborough, Massachusetts. An 8-play, 40-yard drive for the Pats. They trail the Dolphins 14-6 with just under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Gostowski kicking it off. And Devon Best, the return man. Best looks for an opening, and it closed up in a hurry as he crossed the 20-yard line. 16-yard return. Sam Aiken makes the play on special teams, and we pause for a moment for the wisdom of Solomon.
How about quarterbacks who won Super Bowls after replacing the starter in mid-season? Jeff Hostetler replaced Phil Simms and won Super Bowl 25 with the New York Giants. Trent Green went down in 99. Kurt Warner came on to win Super Bowl 34 with the Rams, and then Tom Brady in 2001 replaced Drew Bledsoe and went on to win Super Bowl 36 with the Patriots. And now it's Matt Castle's turn to replace Tom Brady and show that he can do something with his opportunity.
Again, Pennington sets up as a wide receiver. This time they do give it to Williams. And didn't have a whole lot of room to work with. A 3-yard gain as they go into the bag of tricks once again. Mike Vrabel making the stop.
No one tackled Ricky Williams on that play. I think that's where you could see still trying to get his rhythm back and his sense of timing, because he was just sort of ran himself out of rhythm there and just went down to the ground without really anyone laying a hand on him.
So the offensive coordinator, Dan Henning, former head coach in Atlanta, San Diego, former head coach with Boston College. So he's got some New England ties as well. Trying to get it any way they can on offense right now after 2 mediocre weeks. Pennington has been on the money all afternoon. Ted Ginn with the catch. Deltha O'Neal over there for New England. Very close to a first down, and it looks to be enough. Get the fully customizable keeper league you've always wanted with Fantasy Football Commissioner. It's at cbssports.com/fantasy. So 1st and 10 at the 33, and there he is, Dan Henning. You and I had a chance to see him before the game down on the field, just alone with his thoughts, taking it all in,
taking it easy,
visualizing,
getting the focus together, trying to figure out how to crack the code of this 3-4 Patriot defense.
Well, that helps. Pennington over the middle. Williams, little shake and bake move across the 40-yard line. 9 or 9.5. We'll see where they spot it, with Teddy Bruschi there making the stop. And they're going to bring out the measurement crew. with 3:19 to go in this second quarter. Well, Miami, through the air, Chad Pennington has made no mistakes. He's gotten a bunch of different players involved. Ginn, Fasano, Camarillo, Martin, a little bit short of the first down. And now we've seen a ground game with Ronnie Brown, 2 rushing touchdowns, 6 carries, 30 yards.
And what did Bill Belichick tell us? He said, you know, people are kind of killing Miami about their lack of production in the run game. And Belichick said that in his film study, he thought the Dolphins were very close to putting it together in terms of their ability to run the football. And already 2 rushing touchdowns by Ronnie Brown. Coach Sperano, a former offensive line coach, even with the Dallas Cowboys and working with Bill Parcells, that is where I think you'll see his fingerprints on this football team. Big, strong offensive line. Sooner or later, you expect them to come together and start to be productive.
Second and inches here for Miami. And it will be Williams. It looked like on that first thrust he had enough for the first down. And he will.
This is probably the toughest assignment for this Miami Dolphins offensive line. You go up against the likes of Vince Wilfork, Richard Seymour, Ty Warren. In my mind, I think they're the best defensive line in football. And Coach Sperano knows that in order for him to have a chance to win this game today, not only do you have to run the ball, you've got to move those 3 mountain of men in the middle of that Patriots defense.
Seymour, 5-time Pro Bowler. Wilfork went to the Pro Bowl last season. Ty Warren plays at a ridiculously high level. Tremendous run stuffer at the defensive end spot. On first down, Pennington steps up and makes the connection to Camarillo. It's another Miami first down. Ellis Hobbs with the coverage. That's an 11-yard gain. Pennington is just having his way.
We talk about these 3 defensive linemen. Watch number 94, Ty Warren, at the bottom of your screen. He'll just jump right over a defensive lineman, but that's why the ball goes out to Camarillo. Watch, Ty Warren jumps right over Ricky Williams. You ever seen a big guy move that well? Incredible.
We've hit the 2-minute warning. Pennington is 11 of 13, 156 yards. The Dolphins leading it. Coming up, Sprint Halftime Report. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, and Coach Cowher have the latest NFL scores and highlights. It's all coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report. Again, Chad Pennington sets up as a receiver, and here comes Ricky Williams shredding this New England defense. Out across the 20-yard line.
Right now, I think Dan Henning has the upper hand with his play calling and play design. Ball snap to Ronnie Brown, and this time they do give the ball on the reverse to Ricky Williams, getting to the second level. Right now, the Dolphins in rhythm and on a roll against the Patriots defense.
This offensive line that has been criticized the first 2 weeks for their run blocking, they have done the job today. This crowd is stunned. Miami just used a timeout. They've got a first down at the New England 17-yard line and a 14-6 lead. Draw play. Ronnie Brown taking on tacklers and finally brought down. Adalys Thomas led that charge for New England. It'll go down as a 2-yard gain.
The Dolphins believe they have something special with Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams. So far here in the first half, it has been Ronnie Brown doing most of the work. He's protected the football, been able to break tackles, been able to find the end zone on 2 touchdowns. Excellent running by Ronnie Brown.
2nd and 8 from the 15. Pennington out of the shotgun. Throws over the middle. It's complete. And it's Camarillo for a first down. Everything Pennington has touched today has turned to gold. Miami's looking for more. Timeout.
Yeah.
1:03 to play in this first half. Miami 14, New England 6. The Dolphins already have 5 plays of 20 yards or more. This is an offense that has struggled through the first 2 games. And Chad Pennington has completed 11 straight. He's going to set up as a receiver again. running up the middle. Touchdown! Ronnie Brown taking the lane and going in for his third score of the day.
It's the same play as the first touchdown run by Ronnie Brown. And normally you would see a Bill Belichick defense making adjustments on the sideline, preparing for a play that you might see again. See, they fake the reverse, they bring the backside guard, Justin Smiley, around, and they open up a huge running lane. This one is even bigger than before for Ronnie Brown. So I'm very surprised that the Patriots defense hasn't made the adjustment to that play.
Well, you've got two huge storylines developing here. You've got the New England storyline. They've just been popped in the side of the head, 21-6 in this first half. And then the Ronnie Brown storyline, because last year, obviously the Dolphins were not winning games, and Brown goes on IR. Before he got injured, he was having an all-pro season.
Absolutely. He led the league in all-purpose yards, led the league with over 900 rushing yards after 7 games, and also was the league leader in yards per carry with 5.1. So, he blew that knee out and went into the offseason for surgery and then rehabilitation. And so far in week 3, we're seeing the Ronnie Brown that we saw in the first 7 games of last year.
Now, you've got the multiple streaks that we've discussed. New England Patriots, 21 consecutive regular season wins. Miami Dolphins are riding an 11-game road losing streak. The Pats 2-0. A lot of concerns were quelled last week when Matt Castle came in and did the job and managed the team. And although there's a negative connotation that sometimes goes with that term, managing the offense, that's all that Bill Belichick and the Pats are asking for. Pennington, he's trying to just get caught up to speed with this offense, and boy, has it ever become in clear focus for him today.
And certainly the design of that spread play with Chad Pennington displaced, lining up as a wide receiver, something the Patriots are going to have to talk about at halftime.
Ellis Hobbs from the 5, and he's cut down just short of the 30-yard line. Casey Kramer comes down to make the play on special teams. Well, don't miss the show critics call the season's best new comedy. Worst Week premieres tomorrow after 2.5 Men here on CBS.
Could be the worst week for Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. They don't make some adjustments at halftime. I think Coach Belichick is going to have to ask Matt Castle to do more in this game, and that's not what they wanted to do. Wanted to rely on running game and the defense to win.
Castle throwing to the flat. Kevin Falk running to the outside, out of bounds, touched up by Ronaldo Hill. Both teams have a bye next week. Early season bye for the Patriots and the Dolphins. A week ago, Miami was outclassed by the Arizona Cardinals. The game was over out of the gate.
Boy, they were down 14-0, then 17-3, and gave up so many big plays.
And Castle is sacked. Guess who? Joey Porter.
Now that's adding insult to injury. This is the guy that came in and said that the Patriots were nowhere near the same team as they were with Tom Brady. Watch him come off the corner here, and Matt Castle is not even going to see him. You got that right tackle, Vernon Carey. Let's see if he could set up, and they miss him, and he goes right around number 77, Nick Kaiser. They would have beat him coming around the corner.
Second sack of the day for Porter. Third team sack as Kevin Falk gets the call, and that will do it for this first half. The New England Patriots are in unfamiliar territory. The last time New England has been behind at home at half, November 12, 2006, when they trailed the Jets 7-6. Sprint halftime report is coming up. Miami 21, New England 6 as we get you ready for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, Gillette Stadium, broadcast booth, Ian Eagle, along with Solomon Wilcots. And the bottom line, A lot of feelings going in that New England would have an easy time winning their 22nd game in a row in the regular season. Funny thing happened, though, in the first half on the way to potentially number 22. It was Ronnie Brown.
Yeah, Ronnie Brown showed up, and I think some great creativity by the offense coordinator, Dan Henning, in designing run plays for Ronnie Brown to get to the second level in that spread formation with Chad Pennington not even in the backfield. Ronnie Brown taking the snap from center and then running it in. And then the defense pouring in on Matt Castle. 3 sacks in the first half, 2 by the prognosticating Joey Porter. So he's making plays. He showed up. So it's been about defense, Ronnie Brown, and the run game for the Miami Dolphins. And right now, just stunning the New England Patriots.
First half numbers, all Miami. Chad Pennington, 12 of 14, 166 yards, including 11 straight completions for Chad. Franchise record, 15 straight, held by our own Dan Marino. So Ronnie Brown, 3 touchdowns. Matt Castle, the interception, could have been number 2. He was fortunate in what should have been a pick by Hill. Actually turned out to be a reception by Wes Welker. And now the adjustments for Bill Belichick and the chess match for Tony Sparano, looking for his first victory as an NFL head coach. Gostowski kicking it off. Devon Best, the return man. And he'll take a knee. Touchback. Dolphins will have it at the 20 to open up this second half. Well, Chad Pennington, the one thing that stood out, the recurring theme in our conversations with the Miami Dolphins, when Chad's name came up, what was the word that we kept hearing over and over? Credibility. He gave us instant credibility.
Yeah, Ricky Williams was very clear. He said, you know, he gave us that spark we was looking for at the quarterback position. Remember, they have been rotating 3 different quarterbacks, and he shows up, and they could instantly tell that he was going to be their starting quarterback because of the poise and confidence, I think, that spread throughout the football team.
Miami not accustomed to playing from ahead. New England not accustomed to playing from behind. Let's see how these two teams react as they converge around Ronnie Brown. And brought down very quickly.
Yeah, one of the things you're going to see, and I think we saw it on that first play, Rodney Harrison moving down in the box. Number 37, the guy to keep the eye on, as he'll look to be a factor in their run defense. I think anything they do right now, they got to start by defending the line of scrimmage, shutting down this run game for the Miami Dolphins, because the wide receivers haven't shown that they can consistently provide big plays for the Miami offense.
And does Miami get conservative? They've got the 21-6 lead. They were anything but conservative in that first half with a number of trick plays. Give is to Brown, trying to gash it up the middle, a 5-yard gain. Vince Wilfork will be given credit for the stop. Brown getting the start here, and Ricky Williams rotated in. Both have been effective. And Dan Henning, he's pulled out all the stops with Chad Pennington lining up on 4 different occasions as a wide receiver.
And most teams struggle running against this 3-4 defense for the New England Patriots, but the Dolphins, they run a 3-4 scheme. So I think they have a better feel of understanding where the fits are in that defensive front for the Patriots.
On a 3rd and 5 now for Miami. Moving pocket. Pennington knocked down. Adalys Thomas. He can do it all, playing multiple positions. And Belichick talked about how he loves the challenge of moving all over the field and playing in different spots.
Not just the physical versatility, but the high football IQ, the mentality to adjust to different positions. Watch as he runs through the passing lane. Nearly had the interception, but still the presence of mind to bat it down. You force the 3 and out by the Dolphins. You get good field position on this possession for New England.
Brandon Fields has got a powerful leg, and he sends Kevin Falk all the way back to the 15. Falk trying to weave his way through traffic. And he was towing that sideline after the 60-yard punt, a 19-yard return. Does Matt Castle have a comeback in him? We're going to find out.
Copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
New England Patriots, 3-time Super Bowl champions. They were minutes away from adding a 4th crown, with the Giants rallying to get the win. Sammy Morris, the spin move, And Kendall Langford, first man there to greet him. It's a 2-yard gain. 18 new castaways marooned in exotic Africa. Survivor Gabon premieres Thursday on CBS in high definition. Now New England just trying to survive this one. 21 consecutive regular season wins. And the Miami Dolphins with a 21-6 advantage on the Patriots. We are early in the third quarter. Big test for Matt Castle now. Out of the shotgun. And could not get it to Welker. Incomplete. 3rd and 8 now for New England. Is Castle rattled? This is obviously new territory for him, trying to come from behind with this team.
No, I think he's fine. Ball's coming out on rhythm. You have to have the wide receivers get your head around, but you could see the possession so far not yielding great results. And so it's about putting it together, and I think his weapons around him. Again, Wes Welker, Kevin Falk, you have to be able to make defenders miss in order to move the chain.
Still waiting to see if New England will try to throw the deep ball to Randy Moss. That has not been part of the repertoire so far. Castle, he was looking for Moss. Incomplete.
Okay, now I got to tell you right now, that ball was thrown on the money. I didn't see Randy Moss go with any kind of exuberance to go inside and try to catch this ball. See the little short give up there? I could see Randy Moss shutting it down and maybe downshifting as you have to attack that ball. And I think Castle put the ball right on the spot where he expected Randy Moss to be.
Chris Hansen on to punt it. The veteran now in his 10th year in the NFL. And Devon Bess, the return man. Ted Ginn is not a part of the return game, as that one will take a roll to the 1. Penalty marker thrown. Was he out of bounds and then made his way back in? Matthew Slater came down the field to touch it up.
If he was pushed out of bounds, he's allowed to come back in. If he goes out of bounds on his own, now he can come back in and make a play. He just can't be the first player to touch the ball. That would be considered an illegal touch.
It was a perfect punt. 63 yards from Hansen.
That's what you got.
Bill Carollo.
Illegal touching of a kick by the kicking team, number 18. Went out of bounds, came back in, was the first to touch it.
So things that normally go New England's way are not.
No, it's saying he went out of bounds on his own, and now once he comes back in, he cannot be the first one to touch the ball.
Miami with a 21-6 lead. And Bess is back there again to return it. And Bill Carollo is chatting with Tony Sperano. Question is whether or not they have the option on the re-kick. And now Carollo has got the word from the coach. So they back it up on a 5-yard penalty.
Early touching of a kick. That penalty by number 18 is accepted. It's a 5-yard penalty. 4th down, re-kick.
So they re-kick it now, and Bess will get his opportunity again. And Sperano, of course, banking on the idea that Hansen's not going to boom at 63-plus yards. So 4th down, New England to punt it again. Here's Hansen. Angling towards the sideline, and this one will bounce up in the air. Does not take a New England roll. So Miami will have it just outside the 20-yard line when we come back. A 48-yard punt. Right now, Miami is in control here in the third.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance.
Miami Dolphins with a 21-6 advantage on the New England Patriots. Who would have thought? 12-11 to go in this third quarter at Gillette Stadium. Chad Pennington, and the Dolphins take over from the 21. Pennington to throw and complete. Ted Ginn over the middle, out across the 35-yard line. It's an 18-yard pass play. It's not too late to play free fantasy football at NFL.com/fantasy, and also enter the NFL.com Fantasy Inside Access Sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip for two to the Super Bowl. All coming up. Check it out, NFL.com. Got to tell you, it's an eerie feeling here. These fans don't know how to react right now.
Dolphins have taken control of the game, and Chad Pennington is running the show.
On a give for Ricky Williams, and Williams is stood up as he crossed the 45-yard line, but that's another 7-yard gain. Well, Patriots fans,
yeah,
this is not something that they're accustomed to, sitting in their home stadium and watching their team get dominated.
And a team that was 1-15 1 year ago. Bill Parcells, Tony Sperano came over, overturned the roster very quickly. And Tony Sperano talked about how young this football team is. 28 players, 3 years or less experience. And so this is very shocking.
And Williams through a hole and diving forward for a first down. Vince Wilfork in on that stop. And they'll move the chains for Miami. Bill Parcells, as we go deeper into the storylines here, Parcells is the executive vice president of football operations for the Dolphins. He made a big hire with Tony Sperano, who was a coach under Parcells in Dallas. Parcells has his own history with the Patriots, head coach when Bill Belichick was assisting him from 93 to 96. They went to the Super Bowl in 96, losing to Green Bay. Pete Carroll came in and Belichick got his shot. Ricky Williams, who had nothing but praise for the New England defense. We asked him about going against the Pats as often as he has. He said, look, they make you work for every yard you get, and they hit you all 4 quarters. They hit you just as hard in the fourth as they do in the first.
And you could see on that hit by Mike Vrabel on Ricky Williams, and Mike Vrabel was bringing the wood. He was coming in, laying the lick, and they understand that in order to get control of this game, the defense in the front seven, Vrabel, Bruschi, Adalius Thomas, Richard Seymour, they have to control the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins methodically going about their business on offense. A 2nd and 6, and a flag comes down. Penalties have not been a big issue here for Miami. Remember, last week they had 2 penalties for too many men on the field.
False start, 68, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Ikechukwu Ndukwe in his 2nd year out of Northwestern. Inexperienced right guard. When Donald Thomas, the rookie, went down with a foot injury, Ndukwe got his opportunity.
You, my man, are a wordsmith.
You've been waiting for me to say his name all day.
Excellent job. I know you were intimidated a little bit.
Ikechukwu. I'll say it again. Ikechukwu Ndukwe. I practiced it in the mirror for 2 hours last night. Ricky Williams, the catch and run for a first down. Rodney Harrison applied that pressure on Chad Pennington. It goes down as a 12-yard gain.
You might ask, where was the defense? They were pouring in on Chad Pennington. They blitz. Look at the pressure. Rodney Harrison gets there, but the second wave of defenders aren't there. Gerard Mayo is able to make the tackle, but not until Ricky Williams is able to pick up that first down. So right now, you get the sense Dan Henning has this defense for the Patriots just a bit off balance. They're able to just dip their way down the field a little bit at a time as this offense is moving. 17 run plays and 17 pass plays before that play when Ronnie Brown's dumped on the ground.
Ty Warren and Teddy Bruschi combined to bring down Brown, and they've got almost sarcastic applause after that play that they finally stopped the run. It's a loss of 1.
Well, it's rare that you're able to see an offense move the ball on the ground against this really veteran defense where you have so many guys who know what they're doing and they know what the guy next to them are doing. They are the best at playing help defense.
41 rushing yards for Brown, 3 touchdowns. Pennington to throw. Pressure is coming. Pennington avoids it. Off the pirouette and throw. How about that? Finding Ernest Wilford. 15 yards. Chad Pennington.
Wow.
Nimble enough to get away from Adalys Thomas.
Adalys Thomas comes in. Watch him. He stunts underneath, and it's a perfect move. I mean, perfect stunt in game ran by the defenders. Thomas whiffs as Chad Pennington rolls out and then keeps his vision down the field. Watch as he's looking down the field for someone to get the ball to, and he finds Ernest Wilford. Tremendous presence and a tremendous play by Chad Pennington.
Remember, Thomas was the one who had the 20-yard sack of Brett Favre in the 4th quarter last week, the one that just kept going in the wrong direction for New York, as Williams is met by Deltha O'Neal after a gain of about 1.
Already over 200 yards passing. 15 of 18 is Chad Pennington for 211 yards. And I think just really doing a good job of managing the game. I think Tony Sperano, this is what they saw in Chad Pennington. All week long we heard Chad Henne, who played last week on an 18-play drive, 89 yards for the touchdown, and everyone thinks Henne's going to replace Pennington. We told you at the top, Pennington is the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
2nd and 9 now for Miami. Quick throw outside, Ted Ginn. And again, trying to put Ginn in positions to make positive plays. A catch and run, looking for open field. We know he's explosive. Number 9 pick in 2007. He has shown flashes, but has not been able to remain consistent. And an injury for the New England Patriots. We'll update you on that when we come back to Foxborough. Teddy Bruschi was the injured Patriot, but he was able to get up and walk off on his own. So Gary Guyton, rookie, free agent out of Georgia Tech, replaces him. Chad Pennington is not under center. Again, Ronnie Brown looking to throw it. Brown, touchdown! Anthony Fasano. They've pulled out all the stops here in New England, and the Miami Dolphins are trouncing the Patriots.
Chad Henne, you deserve a game ball. A wonderful design. Tony Sperano's got to be elated with what he is seeing. And you know Bill Belichick and his defense talked about it. And watch the tight end. That's Fasano there. He's going to get behind the defense. The left-hand throw from Ronnie Brown. So we saw Ronnie Brown run the lead play behind Justin Smiley. We also saw the reverse play off that same action going to Ricky Williams, and now the fake reverse rollout throw from Ronnie Brown leads to yet another touchdown from that same formation.
The extra point from Dan Carpenter. What has happened today here in Foxborough? The Miami Dolphins have looked like world beaters.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the all-new Pilot, only from Honda. And by Charles Schwab. Premium service. Expect it. Don't pay it. Talk to Chuck Schwab.
The Miami Dolphins have put on an offensive clinic here this afternoon. They lead it 28-6 over the Pats. 5:46 to go in the third. Ellis Hobbs, the return man. And Hobbs trying to give the Pats a spark here. Hobbs hurdling. Hobbs still on his feet, and he'll get caught from behind out across the 25-yard line. Charlie Anderson running him down. 81-yard return for Ellis Hobbs.
Well, that's got to be a spark for the Patriots here in the second half. Are they falling deeper and deeper into this hole?
Well, TV's #1 comedy returns with a shocking twist you've got to see to believe. 2.5 Men season premiere. It's tomorrow at 9, 8 Central on CBS. Hobbs had an excellent return to open the day. Patriots could do nothing with that field position, and now Matt Castle takes over with a 1st and 10 at the Miami 23. Castle throwing it. That one looked like it came out of his hands like a corkscrew.
No, I tell you what he was doing. He understood and saw the break of Will Allen. Had he thrown that ball on the money to Randy Moss, it would have been intercepted and returned for a touchdown. Will Allen had an excellent break on the ball. Matt Castle understood he had to throw it away.
So Randy Moss, the intended receiver, as Hobbs is just looking to catch his breath. 2nd and 10 for New England. Castle, protection holds up on a crossing route. Wes Welker. And brought down inside the 15.
Good pick set by the official on that crossing route. Wes Welker's very clever. He understands where those officials are, knows where the defender is, and really ran that route off the official who put a pick on the defender, Jeremiah Bell, and left him wide open for an easy completion for Matt Castle.
A legal pick at that. When the official's involved, it's legal.
It's very much legal.
Not throwing a penalty on themselves. 3rd and 1. On a give, Sammy Morris, and he's got a first down. Inching closer to the 10-yard line.
I think it's important for Matt Castle and the Patriots to really capitalize off that long kick return from Ellis Hobbs. You can't just settle for a field goal here. I mean, to me, this is 4-down territory for Bill Belichick. They want a touchdown here. They worked on their red zone possessions all week in practice, spent a lot of time on it yesterday. They expect to come away with a touchdown in this situation.
Line of scrimmage is the 12. Castle operating out of the gun. Throws, nobody home. Jabbar Gaffney in a matchup with Channing Crowder. Gaffney wanted a penalty. He felt the linebacker had impeded his path.
Certainly some contact between the two prior to the arrival of the ball, but Channing Crowder is entitled to his position on the field.
So 2nd and 10 for New England. 2 Stephen Gostkowski field goals. That's it. That's all the offense right now for the Pats.
At what point do you give the fade route to Randy Moss?
Castle fires, complete. Moss had it, lost it at the end. Dolphins claim they've got it. Was the play whistle dead? Would be the question.
Yeah, they got to call him down on this play. He caught the ball and was down on the ground.
And it would be down inside the 5.
The ruling on the field is a catch down by contact. 3rd down.
So they're looking for a couple yards now for the first down.
Really good throw. It's a stick throw right in the chest of Randy Moss. And watch as he makes this catch. He's down there. Then the ball comes out. Did he have control of it? I'd say yes, right there. Now he's on his way down and then the rip and the tug by the defender to pry the ball loose.
Yeah, clearly the right call on the field. Keeps this drive going. On a 3rd and 2 from the 5. Shotgun. Castle steps. Incomplete. Gaffney in the area on the front side. Randy Moss on the backside, and Castle took a shot.
It's really about the pressure on Matt Castle, who did the right thing. Stepped up in the pocket, tried to stay alive as much as he could. Still got rid of the football. As you see, he takes a hit from Randy Starks. Now 4th and 2. We said it was 4-down territory. They've got to go for it. Do you take it up top and try to get the one-on-one matchup with Randy Moss? But safety's been providing help over the top.
Fans come to their feet. Castle looking on 4th down. Touchdown! Jabbar Gaffney with a bullet from Matt Castle, and the Patriots trying to climb back into it.
How many times have we seen Tom Brady make the clutch play at the right time in the game to keep his team in this football game, to give him a chance to come back? Matt Castle remains poised and calm. He looks for Moss, then come backside. And if the official doesn't fall down and remove himself from the presence of Jabbar Gaffney, that ball probably is going to hit the official and not be caught. Tremendous play by Matt Castle and Jabbar Gaffney.
Extra point, Stephen Gostkowski. And don't forget the 81-yard return from Hobbs to set all this up. For those that might be thinking, why not go for 2 here? It's too early to start chasing points. You're still in the 3rd quarter, 28-13. 7-play, 23-yard drive, the 5-yard touchdown catch for Gaffney after the 81-yard kick return from Ellis Hobbs. And it's 28-13. Miami in front with 3:20 to go. Still plenty of football left. We're in the third quarter. Gostowski will kick it off. And Bess is the return man from the 3. And Bess got caught behind a wall at the 15. Heath Evans getting down the field to make the play. And coming up Tuesday on CBS, CY Entertainment Weekly calls The Mentalist a fun, fast-paced treat. Simon Baker stars as The Mentalist. That premieres Tuesday right here on CBS. Big premiere week coming up here on CBS. 28-13. Miami now has to deal with this Patriot crowd because the touchdown woke them up. From the 15-yard line. Fake the handoff. Pennington to throw it. Little soft toss. Ronnie Brown falls down. And just short of a first down. It's a 9-yard gain. Combination of Mayo and Guyton there to bring him down. A couple of rookies.
Yeah, and Miami is only 3 of 5 on third down, which means most of their plays are really coming on first and second down. They're really executing in terms of moving the ball. And now facing 2nd and 9. You could tell
second and 1.
They gained 9 yards on that first down play. So they've been really successful on first and second down of moving the football.
So on 2nd and short now, Brown will stay in there, and Ronnie Brown will get the first down. Made a little juke move and picked up 3. Crowd quiets down as we roll down. Just about 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
And that's exactly what you have to do. Keep the ball in the hands of Ronnie Brown. Good things have happened for this offense today when Ronnie Brown's touched the football for Tony Sperano. He understands that on this possession, got to continue to eat time off the clock. You can't grow conservative and still continue to attack this New England Patriots defense.
From the 27 of Miami. Chad Pennington, 32-31 record as a starter in the NFL. Ronnie Brown cutting it to the outside and sprinting upfield for an 8-yard gain.
Just a little option play, a little flip over to Ronnie Brown. He must feel like he's back in college. A lot of these plays that you're seeing are accustomed to maybe being more suited for the college game, but they're catching this defense off balance. They're giving this Patriots defense some looks that they haven't seen before.
Now Ronnie Brown did share carries with a Williams in college, not Ricky, but Cadillac. So he's accustomed to this. And certainly the multi-purpose dimension that he brings to the game has been on display throughout the day today. 2nd and 2. Handoff. It's Brown again, ducking forward and very close. Rodney Harrison pushing along that line of scrimmage.
Now Ronnie Brown's running strong. You come off a knee injury that ended your year last season after 7 games, and still to be able to come in this game and break tackles and create yards after contact like what we even saw in that play as he extended come close to that first down marker. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing from Ronnie Brown today.
Chain gang comes out. Measurement here. And Miami indicating it's enough. The officials tell.
Like one link of that chain. Right?
Very close. 46 seconds remain in this third quarter. Now Tony Sperano, first year as a head coach in the NFL, native of West Haven, Connecticut, had to put a cap on the tickets at 15. His sisters, his sister-in-law, his nieces.
He was really frugal, though. I mean, we've talked to players and coaches that we have to run up to at least 40 or 50. He cut it off pretty early.
Solomon, you had more than 15 tickets allotted for this game.
You know, the coach, he wants to focus on the game. You know, he's trying to get his first win. I'm sure he would love to see him after the game, but the work at hand at this point is to try to figure out how to beat Bill Belichick and these New England Patriots.
3rd and inches. Well, they've written a tremendous script so far. Can they come up with the ending of their liking? Pennington, handoff, Ronnie Brown. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. Needed inches, got about 1.5 yards, almost 2 yards on the carry.
And most of their really good run plays are coming off the left side. Justin Smiley, Jake Long putting in excellent work for Tony Sperano and the Miami Dolphins.
The Dolphins 1 quarter away, pulling off the upset in New England. For the New England Patriots, December the 10th, 2006, came against the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are 0-2. An 11-game road losing streak. And now Miami sends Pennington out to the perimeter again, and it's Ronnie Brown. And they continue to gash the Patriots. Ronnie Brown is gone. Touchdown, Dolphins. He has just tied Miami's franchise record for touchdowns in a game as flags come down. Held by Paul Warfield and Mark Ingram.
There was a scuffle over the middle of the field well after Ronnie Brown had gotten to the end zone. It was between a couple of players. And I got to tell you, when they snapped the ball, I didn't see much movement by the Patriots defense, as if they were caught off guard and didn't know the ball had been snapped.
Every time Ronnie Brown has lined up under center, something good has happened.
Well, every time they've had that direct snap to him, and you would expect the Patriots would be aware or alert that something's happening. They've caught him off guard so many times, they didn't know what to get on that play.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Both are dead ball fouls. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 50, New England. Personal foul, number 34, on the offense, Miami. The penalties will offset. Result of the play, touchdown.
62 yards for Brown. And what a day for this Miami running attack.
Now watch the right side of this defensive line here at the bottom of your screen. See, they're just all sitting waiting for something to come back, but no one pursues over to the other side where Ronnie Brown just rips off a long one, and none of the defenders seem to know what to expect on this play. Everyone's sort of caught flat-footed watching the play. No one's getting off blocks. No one is making tackles at the second level, where Brandon Merriweather, 31, missed terribly in the open field on Ronnie Brown.
And the issue between Ricky Williams and Mike Vrabel. Vrabel took exception to the fact that Williams blocked him down low once Brown had the step on him. Vrabel was not catching up. Dan Carpenter, the extra point. And it's 35-13. Miami. Boy, oh boy. Ronnie Brown has been Jim Thorpe today. It's gotten completely ridiculous. 4 rushing touchdowns for Ronnie Brown. He threw for another. For those who didn't know if Ronnie Brown was a lefty or not, now we know.
Now we know, and you better beware when he rolls to his left. He's had, or at least played a part in all 5 touchdowns today by the Miami Dolphins.
And they have throttled the New England Patriots here. Ellis Hobbs on the return. Hobbs has been a bright spot as he's ridden out of bounds by Jason Allen. Let's check out our game summary here. Patriots looking to make it 22 wins in a row in the regular season. Ronnie Brown had other ideas. So did Joey Porter.
Yeah.
He had that idea actually earlier in the week.
He told us earlier in the week they were coming after Matt Castle, and they have. They've had the sacks. He's had 2 of his own, but now can Matt Castle provide the comeback and lead this team down the field? The offense seems to be making plays, but the defense can't stop Miami from running the football.
Castle, that ball was tipped and caught. Hauled in by Gaffney. So another tip ball at the line of scrimmage. That one covers 7 yards. NFL Today update. Let's go to JB in New York.
Ian and Solomon after Buffalo's Trent Edwards throws a pick. 3 plays later, Jamarcus Russell, the defensive end playing quarterback, takes it across with a 1-yard sneak. 16-7 Oakland. Back to Ian.
Well, thanks very much, JB. It could be a day of upsets around the National Football League, depending upon how things sort out there. Here, Miami is having its way with the New England Patriots.
Absolutely. I think playing one well of a ball game in all phases, particularly on offense with Ronnie Brown. Defense doing a really good job also of putting pressure on Matt Castle as they said they would.
So Castle has looked ordinary. 19 of 30, 131 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Out of the gun on 3rd and 3. And right to the line, ball popped loose. Miami's got it. Joey Porter knocked it free. The Dolphins take over. Patriots fans looking around for solace.
Well, we got to show you something. Yes, this is something where you have a tight end who's wide open, and Castle never saw him. Watch Thomas going to come here. He gets behind the defense. Matt Castle never sees him. This would have been an easy touchdown. Now the protection had hold up, sees open. So he did have time to get the ball over to Thomas, the tight end who got behind the secondary. I think it would have been an easy touchdown. And now the fans even saw him wide open. And they say, well, if we can't hit the guy who's wide open and score an easy touchdown, might as well hit for the X's.
And off to Ricky Williams, keeps the legs churning. You know, these fans who might have thought they were going to leave early today because the team was up big on Miami never envisioned that they'd be leaving early today because the Patriots would be down 35-13, 21 straight regular season wins. Miami, 11 straight road losses. Over that span that New England has won 21 in a row, Miami has won a grand total of 1 game.
Well, earlier today, Ricky Williams, Ronnie Brown, they came in averaging below 3 yards per carry. Today, Ricky Williams averaged more than 6 yards per carry, and Ronnie Brown 7.3. So if you would have told me that Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams was going to run the ball this well against this Patriots defense, I would have told you no way.
Mike Vrabel there defensively against Ricky Williams. Miami Dolphins. Yes, a new beginning. Bill Parcells, Executive VP of Football Operations. Jeff Ireland, the General Manager, spent 7 years with Dallas. His most recent role, the Vice President of College and Pro Scouting. Tony Sperano getting his opportunity as a head coach.
A really excellent coaching job by Tony Sperano. We talked to him yesterday. We talked to Chad Pennington, Ricky Williams. Boy, they came in as calm as any 0-2 team that I had ever seen.
Brown gets the call. And you see the crowd there of New England defenders, including Mike Vrabel, to meet him. And an injury for New England out near the 40-yard line. Get you the update on that when we come back.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Pizza Hut. It's true. Pizza Hut is now delivering Tuscany pastas. Order today. The all-new Dodge Journey. If you can dream it, do it. Dodge. Grab life. And by Turbo HD by Dish Network.
Injury was to Brendan Merriweather, the second-year safety out of Miami. Merriweather was able to get up on his own for New England and head to the sideline. 4th down. Fields to punt. And Kevin Falk, fair catch. And it's hauled in just shy of the 8-yard line for the Pats. 12-13 remaining. Miami up big on New England. The MetLife Blimp Snoopy 1 is providing today's aerial coverage of the game below. The blimp travels over 60,000 miles a year to cover sporting events and television specials throughout the United States. Really appreciate them being a part of the broadcast here today. And the Miami Dolphins with a 35-13 lead on the New England Patriots. 86th all-time meeting. Dolphins lead with a mark of 47-35 in this AFC East rivalry. Sammy Morris in there at running back. Castle pump fake. And a wounded duck down the sideline, and it's caught by Hill. Intercepted. Castle got hit, and a flag thrown.
Castle was hit as he threw the ball. Was he hit in the head? The hit did force a high throw, did not allow him to have any velocity. That's why that ball was thrown up like a wounded duck.
Well, Joey Porter
Personal
jumping.
foul, roughing the passer, lifting and driving the quarterback into the ground. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
So the interception is nullified. Porter's trying to make his case.
Well, let's watch the hit on Matt Castle. We told you before the ball came out, there was contact. See that hit? And then dumped him head first. I got to tell you, this hit, he's still holding the ball when you come to hit. Did he lead with the helmet? I think the helmet kind of went over to the side. That's Vonnie Holiday, number 91. But I think the extra in terms of dunking him into the ground and driving him, that can be considered to be illegal.
So Patriots hold on to it. Rush coming again, and Castle has certainly looked like an inexperienced quarterback today as Langford and Moses combine there. Let's take another look at Vonnie Holiday's shot on Castle.
See, he didn't lead with the head. He slid the head past the chest, but then the extra to drive him into the ground. I think that's where he could have let up a little bit. And remember, they're doing everything they can to protect quarterbacks in the National Football League.
Didn't think that was overt, though.
No,
we've seen others.
It was sort of a bang-bang kind of play.
Shotgun, Castle, pressure coming, and Castle caught from behind. So he was able to pick up 2-3 yards on the play. Holiday and Langford once again there defensively. Well, the questions are going to start circulating again for Matt Castle, and can he run this New England offense and get them to where they expect to be, which is the postseason.
Had some struggles today. You see the fumble there, one interception also. 19 of 31, 131 yards, one interception, one touchdown pass. I thought the non-throw to Thomas is probably the critical area.
And Castle is sacked by Quentin Moses in his second year out of Georgia. Moses was actually a third-round pick of the Oakland Raiders, and now finds himself with an opportunity here with Miami. Actually, no sack. They'll give him positive yards as he was creeping over the line of scrimmage. You know how the pendulum swings, though, Solomon. Last week, Castle gets the win. The reaction this entire week leading into this game, the Patriots are going to be okay. Castle can run the offense. Coaches will put him in a position to succeed. This week, a shocking loss, at least seemingly, to the Miami Dolphins, and the pendulum will swing the other way.
I think it's going to be the easy point for people to look at, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't pick on Matt Castle. You got to look at this Patriots defense and the way Ronnie Brown has run the ball. You got to fix the run defense if the Patriots are going to win in 2008.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sprint. Get NFL Mobile Live only from Sprint, only on the Now Network. And by Sears. This season, find everything you need to fall forward, only at Sears.
Miami Dolphins have put up 35 points. Last time they've had at least 35, Thanksgiving 2003, when they scored 40 against the Dallas Cowboys. Handoff, Ricky Williams, running lane. Williams still going. And into New England territory down at the 40-yard line. Vernon Carey with another good block. This offensive line as a whole, give them all credit. Jake Long, Justin Smiley, Samson Satele, Ikechukwu and Dukwe and Vernon Carey have all done the job today.
How about Anthony Fasano? We've seen him catch the ball really well, but he's a tremendous run blocker, and I think he's factored in as well. Anytime you're running the football this well, your offensive line, your tight ends, even wide receivers down the field are doing an excellent job blocking in the run game.
3 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown for Fasano. Give is to Williams, grinding Ricky Williams. A small hole, and he was able to shoot through it for extra yardage. Well, the Dolphins A lot of TDs on the board.
Wow.
This is not something that Miami had grown accustomed to.
You look at that. That's, what, 5 touchdowns in 8 possessions for this offense. I just think it's incredible. Dan Henning, offense coordinator, calling a whale of a game against the Patriots. But then the design and the creativity we've seen has been outstanding.
On a 2nd and 1 now, Pennington and the Dolphins come up on 9 minutes to play here in the 4th. It's Ricky Williams again, and another first down for Miami. How this develops over the course of the season with Williams and Brown, and maybe the idea for Miami also is you start running Brown. Ricky Williams is more of a change of pace kind of back, and this little switch of Brown starting, Williams rotating in. Look at what it's done here today.
And when the season began, I thought they would make one of the best running back tandems in the National Football League to go along with Adrian Peterson, Chester Taylor with the Minnesota Vikings. And right now, 94 rush yards for Ricky Williams. He's approaching over 100 yards rushing in this game. Ronnie Brown already has 113.
And 4 touchdowns. Give is to Williams. This time he got wrapped up right away. No gain on the play. He got thrown down. Richard Seymour over there defensively. So Brown 17 for 113, the 4 scores. And Ricky Williams 13 carries for 94 yards. He spoke very passionately about this team trying to grow something yesterday, something special, planting the seeds and staying patient, watching it develop.
And now we have seen it sprout, because we asked him yesterday, are you getting close? He says, we feel like we're getting very close to popping one, and they were able to pop a few in this game today.
2nd and 10. Williams, can he bounce it to the outside? He does, and picks up 3 yards on the play. Got the 1-year extension. We asked him, how did it come about? He said, hey, Bill Parcells called me into his office. He offered a 1-year extension.
Ricky took it.
And I took it, and I'm happy with the security. It was pretty simple.
Bill Parcells knows a deal when he sees one. Had a chance to see Ricky throughout the OTAs, the mini camps, and then training camp, the preseason, where he really performed well. And, you know, he's a good teammate. You talk to all the guys in the building, they say they love him. And I got to tell you, when we met with him yesterday, I found him to be very pleasant, to be right in tune to what the football team is doing. I think Bill Parcells made an excellent decision.
And another give. This one will go for about a yard, yard and a half. Not a whole lot there through the middle. Well, what a difference a week makes, because the Miami Dolphins were embarrassed by Arizona last week. The Patriots went into the Meadowlands and knocked off Brett Favre and the Jets 19-10, with all the question marks as to how they would handle the Tom Brady injury. And they came out of it still looking like the class of the AFC East. 39-yard field goal attempt. Rookie Dan Carpenter, school record holder for field goals and points at Montana. And he splits the uprights. Miami has put 38 points on the board. And West Haven, Connecticut native Tony Sperano is inching closer to his first win as an NFL head coach. 38-13. This has been the Ronnie Brown Show, among others. But when you account for 5 touchdowns, 4 of them on the ground and 1 via the air, you're going to get some highlight reels.
What you call a nose for the end zone. He had it today, and a nice throw, the lefty, Anthony Fasano, and then yet again taking it downhill and getting it to the end zone. This one, a wonderful run, 60-plus yards into the end zone. Ronnie Brown, a well of a game, going over 100 yards rushing, 4 rushing touchdowns, 1 touchdown through the air. And Dan Henning knows a weapon when he sees one as well. To have both he and former Heisman Trophy winner Ricky Williams in the same backfield, it's got to spell, I think, some really positive things for the Miami Dolphins in their future.
Well, Matthew Slater is the deep man for New England. Kevin O'Connell, the rookie out of San Diego State, backup quarterback, warming up on the Patriots sideline. 3rd-round draft pick, a 23-year-old from Carlsbad, California. And looks like O'Connell's going to get his opportunity. Matt Castle's helmet is off, and Castle's day appears to be over. 19 of 31, 131 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Kickoff from Carpenter. Kevin Falk, one of the up men, is dragged down from behind as he crossed the 25-yard line. Jason Allen got him by the ankles, and here is the NFL debut for Kevin O'Connell. Scouting report, good size, good arm strength, outstanding feet. And the rookie from San Diego State will step in here in the fourth quarter. 6:05 to play.
And you ask yourself, well, are they trying to take a look-see at Kevin O'Connell? Obviously, anytime you step on the field, you want to see how the young rookie's going to handle himself. But I think more than anything, you want to protect Matt Castle. And even on that last possession, with the score being just about what it is, he took a beating and took several hits, as we saw the hard hit by Vonnie Holliday. So you got to protect Matt Castle because he is your future in 2008.
And O'Connell to throw it. Moving pocket. And a short dart caught by David Thomas and then thrown down immediately. Trying to draw a parallel here. Kevin O'Connell at San Diego State. Prolific numbers. Third-round draft pick. Nearly 7,700 career passing yards. Third in school history. 46 career touchdowns at San Diego State.
Highly productive at San Diego State. When you bring kids in out of college, that's what you want, is that productivity. So he's used to making big plays.
And O'Connell to throw. A good-looking arm as he makes the connection to Jabbar Gaffney. O'Connell 2 of 2. That one covers 12 yards and a first down for the Pats. Well, if you go back, Tom Brady actually won his first start, just like Matt Castle did for New England. In his second start, Brady faced the Miami Dolphins October 7, 2001, and the Dolphins beat the Patriots 30-10. Brady was 12 of 24 for 86 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Second career start for Castle, and it's going to go down as a loss for him after getting a victory last week in his first NFL start. O'Connell is sacked, and Joey Porter is loving every minute of it. Third sack of the day for Porter. He did some talking earlier this week, and he has lived up to it on the field here on Sunday.
Made a lot of predictions. His third sack of the day, he said, we're going to bring everything at the quarterback, whether it's Matt Castle or anyone else, and they did exactly that, getting to the quarterback today. He said they were going to get their first win. I mean, now, I don't know how many of us were on that bandwagon believing in Joey Porter, but boy, did this Miami Dolphins football team come through.
Well, what was the reaction around the NFL? Oh, why is Joey Porter talking? Why are you giving Bill Belichick and the Patriots fuel? And the Miami Dolphins have come into Foxborough and have dominated the Patriots.
Oh, they look really impressive on both sides of the ball. And I'm sure Bill Belichick expected his team to play better. And, you know, even when we talked to Bill about those comments from Joey Porter, he says, you know, we're not even paying attention to that. We're just trying to win another football game. It was as if they did not need to focus on the other teams, just focus on themselves, something they've done for 21 straight games. The 22 straight wins are not to be for the Patriots.
Jabbar Gaffney brought down out on the perimeter, a 9-yard gain. Down to 3:34 and counting. And now a bye week for New England. So in this particular case, you're not happy for the bye. I think you'd rather get back on the field and get this out of your system for Matt Castle's sake, for this offense's sake. Yeah, everybody stepped up their games last week and lifted the level of play for the Patriots. Obviously, it wasn't going to be that way for the entire season. And they're human. The New England Patriots, 21 straight wins, and it's going to go by the wayside here. The streak will end, and it'll end against the team that last beat them in the regular season, the Miami Dolphins. Coming up next, The NFL on CBS continues. Steelers and the Eagles, the Jags tangle with the Colts. The Browns take on the Ravens. All of the action here on CBS. Chad Pennington, his day is done. And the other Chad on this Dolphins roster, Chad Henne, the rookie out of Michigan. Now put into the game by Tony Sparano. Henne last week, 7 of 12, 67 yards, led them on a touchdown drive late in that loss to Arizona. Patrick Cobbs will get an opportunity now to run the football in his third year out of North Texas, former Pittsburgh Steeler, Sun Belt Conference career rushing leader. And there's Henne. He was a winner at Michigan, a 4-year starter for the Wolverines, and certainly a player that they believe in for the future.
Well, he certainly is the future, but he's not the present. Chad Pennington is the present. We talked to Coach Sparano about it. He said, you know, Chad Pennington, he gives us the luxury to pace Chad Henne's development. They can bring Henne along very slowly because they do have the presence of a veteran quarterback in Chad Pennington who can show Henne how to study and how to be a good quarterback in the NFL.
That's a big part of it, too, because Pennington is going to be a tremendous example for Chad Henne. Pennington, the film study,
yes,
the extra work after practice, that's always been a part of his game. But if you're a rookie and you see a 9-year veteran doing that, as a rookie, that will make for good habits.
I think Chad Pennington is going to make an excellent coach in this league one day. Bright young man with a lot of football in him.
2-minute warning, not a lot of football left here. The Miami Dolphins came in having lost 20 of their last 21 games. And what a turnaround effort here today to get their first win of 2008 and first win for Tony Sparano as a head coach of the NFL. Patrick Cobbs turns it inside, lost the football, but it was already whistle dead. And James Sanders over there defensively. Miami has a bye. They'll enjoy the week. And then a matchup with the San Diego Chargers. They're at Houston, home for Baltimore, and home for Buffalo as they wrap up the month of October before heading to Denver. Well, for Ronnie Brown, if there was anybody that questioned whether or not he's back from the torn ACL, he's back.
Wow, big time.
Brandon Fields will punt it with 1:17 left. And play clock had run out.
Play a game, offense.
So for the Miami Dolphins, a win that they can build on, and certainly for Tony Sparano and his coaching staff, what they've been preaching throughout OTAs and in training camp, preseason, regular season. You need that win so those messages will stick.
Oh, it validates the points you've been emphasizing through the OTAs and minicamp and training camp, and players begin to believe. And now they got the Gatorade, and they're headed for their head coach, Tony Sparano.
Yeah, get ready for a shower, Tony, because it's coming now.
Wow. He got it good. He doesn't mind, though. Feeling real good about it. See, now he's winning over his players. Do they believe in their coach now? I think that's a clear sign. That kind of congratulations where they are on board with Tony Sparano.
Final minute here in New England. Kevin O'Connell is in at quarterback, replacing Matt Castle. And on a handoff for Lamont Jordan, he can pad his numbers. Jordan not 100%, playing with that foot injury. No Lawrence Maroney today, out with a shoulder injury. And for Bill Belichick, well, this one is going to stew for a while. Patriots have a bye next week.
And I'm sure Bill Belichick, you ask, is he concerned about Matt Castle? Yes, I'm sure he is. He's concerned about his running game. But more than anything, he's probably more concerned with his defense that was torn to shreds today and gave up over 200 yards rushing to the Miami Dolphins.
And that's it. A stunner in Foxborough. And the streak is over. After 21 consecutive regular season victories, the Patriots fall to the Miami Dolphins, 38-13. the final. As we wrap things up here from Gillette Stadium. For Solomon Wilcots, I'm Ian Eagle. Miami wins it. Don't forget, second half of the doubleheader coming up. We'll take you to New York and James Brown after these messages. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports.